Welcome back to another episode of Behind the Wheel. I'm Sam with Hooked on Driving, and I'm here with Cody. We're going to be talking with Adam today. Hey Adam, thanks for being here with us today. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started.
Cool. So I'm a coach. I've been coaching for about 5 years and doing DE for like 11, 10-ish years. My dad got me into it. Santi, you guys know him pretty well. So I've been doing it for a while. I started off in a Miata. It's a good time. And yeah.
So the Miata was your first car?
It was.
First track car?
First track car, bone stock for about a year. Made tons and tons of mistakes, but I had a lot of good instructors starting out that like kind of pushed me. I was a little bit of a lunatic on the street, and had a couple of autocrosses experience. So they understood that, I wanted to go fast and I was willing to learn from them. My first instructor ever was this guy he was like old man, 80 something years old, but he used to race RX-7s wheel to wheel. So he knew my platform really well.
Knew where you're coming from.
Yeah. And just pushed me. The thing that I remember, he would be like, you're getting the red mist, because if I'm catching up to a Corvette or whatever it was, he's like, chill out a little bit so we're not in the grass. But yeah,
and that happens a lot when you're first starting.
Going into the grass?
No. When you're first starting, you get that hyper focus,
100%.
Right? You hyper focus on that car that's in front of you.
Yep.
And you're pushing because you're saying, I gotta get to him, and then you're throwing out all what you've been learning. You're throwing all that out the window.
All goes out the window.
And you start overdriving the car. You start making mistakes all over the place. And then you see that gap get larger and larger and larger. And you're wondering what is going on. I'm pushing harder.
Yeah.
And I think after
snowballs.
Yeah, after some time that goes away and you can kind of settle that in. Mm-hmm. And it's a good. What was your first car period?
I think a Land Cruiser. I think I first started driving when I was like 17. I borrowed my mom's GMC Denali.
So you started out in SUV.
I started out in trucks. Yeah.
Was the Miata the first car?
Yeah, that was. No, I had a Ford Focus before that. Bone stock Ford Focus.
There you go.
I took it to one autocross, and somebody hit me while I was driving around in the city. Got totaled. Made the wise decision of getting a Miata afterwards.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Miata ever since.
Love that car, man.
And it is a good decision, right? Like we talk about too much car to begin with is a little much for a new driver, especially at a HPDE event. And
100%.
I think that's a good choice.
I think the Miata's a great starting point.
Yeah.
I mean you started with it. So what was your experience coming through? Did you initially feel like, oh, I'm going to be the slow guy because I have a Miata? Or at that point, with your dad being so involved in it, did you kind of know that was the route to go? Like,
I don't know. I was, it depends on the group that I ran in, but I feel like in beginner groups, there's not really a huge difference in pace, right? Because say you have a Corvette, like a C7 or whatever it is, you're not driving that car to its absolute limits in beginner group, sure. Right? So I think the gap is a little bit different. Mm-hmm. But once you get into the events, it's getting lapped by a cup car driving a Miata. It makes sense.
The horsepower plays a little part after that.
Yeah.
What was the track, your very first track day? What track was it?
It was Pocono, and I think I did Southeast.
So it was the smaller version.
Super small track, which good for Miatas, Pocono North and Southeast Lightning.
Yeah.
I loved that car, man. It was 7 years I owned it. So it was bone stock for a year and then racing seats, and by the end of it, it was still my daily driver, but it had polyurethane bushings and very uncomfortable car.
So you tracked it and you dailied it.
Yep.
So it was getting double duty.
I was beating the crap out of it.
And it was fine.
Yeah, no problems.
That's the joy of DE. Yeah. You can literally drive your car to the track it, drive it home.
100%. And I think going back, starting out in like a high horsepower car, it kind of takes away like a lot of the opportunities for you to learn, right? Say it's too much power, there's some crazy computer some crazy traction controller, whatever it is, kind of steals some learning from you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, it hides your mistakes.
Yes, 100%.
And me and Sam talked about that in episode 1 is you can be a rookie driver, show up with a GT3 RS and be super fast.
Yeah.
And that's because the car's driving.
Yep.
You're not driving.
Pretty much.
So it's great. I know I started in a Miata. That was my first track car. Sam with the Subaru for a little bit, but then the E36. You know, these cars are like what you learn on.
Yeah.
Build up the skill, gain the skill, and then go to the Corvette.
Yep.
And then go to the faster car, because you're not relying on the car to fix everything that you're doing, right?
Yeah.
And that's the great thing with it all. And it's cool hearing that other people are starting with those cars. You know, the Fiat Spiders and stuff that we see now. You know, it's that same realm of vehicle that pulls you through. Even down to the Honda Civics. You know, Honda Civics are huge right now.
Honda Fits.
Yeah, Honda Fits.
Cool.
Yeah.
And people think that they can't do this with that vehicle, and you can.
Yeah.
You truly can. So you're obviously super young, right?
Relatively speaking.
yeah, relatively speaking. But to be a coach already, sitting right seat with people, where do you see yourself, I guess, in the future, right? So you were the driver, you grew up, you became the coach. What's the next step? I know you moved to Florida.
Yep.
So you're a little ways away now. Maybe you're gonna drive down there. Maybe it's only driving up here. Tell me your next step.
I mean, in regards to track stuff, I'd like to keep instructing and just become a better instructor, better driver. You learn so much as an instructor sitting passenger seat. But down the road, I don't know, a group leader, chief instructor, whatever it is, you know.
Eventually racing, or just staying with DE?
Yeah, racing would be cool. That's a money thing, not really an experience thing. But I've done a couple of Lemons races. They're a good time. They're ridiculous. they're madness. But yeah, I'd like to do some wheel to wheel. I don't know, some AER.
That'd be sweet.
Whatever it is.
I know that a while ago at the July event, you were given tons of ride-alongs, right, with all the spectators and stuff that were there. So give me, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Where are you at?
I think it's the best. Comes very close to instructing in regards of like how rewarding it is, right? Because spectators would come, they've never been to a racetrack, and it's like the craziest thing they've ever experienced, you know. And I'm not gonna go 10 tenths, but I can comfortably go 8 tenths, and that's ridiculous for them. Right. And it's also making new customers for us. You know?
That's what it is, right? Because people don't know. They don't realize.
They have no idea.
And they don't realize how easy it is to get out on track and ride.
Yeah.
It's literally signature.
Yeah. It's hey, can I go out with you? It's like, yeah.
You're literally converting people too. Like, I see it. Like, I watch. I'm at registration and I sign people in for the ride-alongs. And one that stood out was there were these 2 young kids, like, just got their license or just about to get their license, right? They were 2 15-year-old brothers, and they went and they were like, oh my God, we get to go into the GT4 with you, and or a BMW with Josh, and they were mind blown. I saw, maybe a little nervousness, excitement before they stepped in the car. When they came out, it was like, wow, this was amazing. They're gonna remember that for the rest of their lives and probably get into it themselves. So you changed them.
It was Josh and I were basically just wheel to wheel trading places everywhere the entire time. When they got out, their mom was there smiling, filming them, and I told his mom and them to come back with 2 cars. And they're like, we're definitely gonna
come back. I think what the coolest part is seeing that when you have people come up and do ride-alongs, they sign up, and when they hear what car they're going in, they're excited just to be in the car. Right? It's not even the exciting about being on the track yet. They're excited to be in a GT4 Porsche. They're excited to be in a BMW. They're excited to be in a McLaren. They're excited just to sit in the car, right? This is a cool car that we normally don't get to sit in. And then after the ride along, that rush is gone, right? They don't care about the car anymore. Now that is crazy out there.
Feeling,
right? So it's seeing that transition from, oh, this is a cool opportunity just to be able to sit in this car, to I don't know how you guys do that.
Yeah.
Like,
And like, what a treat is it for them? Like, you see cool cars on the street, on the highway, driving
Sure.
around, but it's not like that,
right.
you know? It's
Completely different.
Yeah.
I would say like my best ride along was actually at the July event. I took an old time family friend out. She worked at the track for 30 years, never had a chance to be on the track in her whole life, you know what I mean? And I took her out and brought her back in, and she is just straight in tears, crying. And I'm like, oh no, you know, like I did something wrong, you know? And she's like, no, I'm not crying because I'm outside. I'm just like, this has been on my bucket list for years, and I finally got to do it, you know? And it's like such just like so cool and exhilarating that, you know, I've never been able to do something like this, and you guys come in and you're offering that to people. And it's like, it's just something that people don't think they could ever do, and they get to do it, let alone join and drive.
Yeah.
Right.
You can just come and ride. Like,
So
just
cool.
enjoy the track.
Yeah. Even like our July event, you know, I drive all the time. I do ride-alongs all the time, which I still love. You know, you gave me a ride-along and a bunch of other coaches, and we did that drift event, and I've never been in a drift car.
It
And
was so much fun.
I sat in the drift car. I was laughing the whole time. I was like, oh my God, this is way different. But, you know, as a motorsports lover, you appreciate all those kinds of options. And it's still, you know, like we were talking about in our first, you know, episode, it all like translates to different areas. Those people getting on the track, they've never done that. They're like, you're crazy, this is awesome, this is amazing. It's all around really cool to step into something new or a little different.
And it's different with every group.
Yeah.
Like, we had the drift guys coming over and riding with us at that event, and they're saying, you guys are wild, you know, you guys are crazy, there's no way. But then we go over and ride with them, and we're like, you guys are wild. Like, we're not doing, like, what do you? And it's cool seeing that, even though it's motorsports and it's the same realm, and we're in cars and we're like pushing every car to the limit, right? But the different terms, they're trying to be loose with grip, we're trying to have grip and not be loose. So it's like all these things, it's, you get so used to something. And that's why I give huge props to, you know, you see these guys on TV and online that can hop from a drift car to a rally car to a road course car, and they do all of it. And you're like, I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
Like, the skill has to be
Ridiculous.
insane.
Yeah.
Like, it's wild.
Yeah.
And that correlates that we think everybody's crazy, but at the same time, it's so easy to get into. It's not as hard as people think.
No, like I've seen people come in to the track with just like a stock Corolla, like a 4-door Corolla, and they had a great time.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's the persona we need to break.
Yeah.
Right? The persona is that you need a fast car to do DE. You need a fast car to be on the track. You need a caged car. You need a specific race car. You need a tow vehicle. You don't need it.
Yeah.
Right? And as soon as we break down those walls of, and I don't even know how they got built to begin with, but as soon as we break down those walls and say, you can bring your Corolla out, you can bring your Honda Civic, you can bring your Honda Fit, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter how many X3s or stuff like that, SUVs they're bringing out, like anything. Throw a set of tires on, some brake fluid. Like, that's, if you were talking to like some of your buddies, right, what would be your selling tip to them that were like, you know, it's, I don't know, I don't really have it. Like, let's take Mano, for instance, right? Back when he first started, he was like, the car, you know, I don't really think. Now he loves the car.
Yeah.
Originally, he didn't want to track the car. He's like, that thing is no good on the track. Now this is going to be his track car.
Yeah. He's very much like right at the limits of that car, but I just had to like take him for a million ride-alongs, and just constantly badger him that come to the track, drive your car. And then finally he was like, fine. And now he loves it.
Now he loves it.
He can't get enough of it.
And that could be with anybody.
Yeah. 100%.
Literally anybody.
Yeah, just taking the leap, right? Like, you think you can't do it, but you can. It's so in reach. It's so achievable. And I think everyone at HOD are perfect spokespeople to flip that thought in your head, right? Like, oh, I can't do it. No, you could do it. We're prime examples of that. We all had our start. We're all, young and a little bit clueless maybe, but you learn real quick and you see that your car is absolutely fine and capable.
Yeah. And if it starts feeling weird, or if you overcook your brakes, whatever it is, there's another track day. Come in. Yeah. We'll check it out.
Yeah, we have a million mechanics that are always there.
Yeah,
and everybody's willing to help everybody.
Yep.
So that's a great thing. So, a little bit more about you. Favorite track.
Watkins Glen is definitely up there.
Yeah, okay.
I love Watkins Glen.
It's my second.
I don't know. I would say it's a close second. Summit Point, Maine.
Summit Point.
Ridiculous. Yeah, that was like one of my first tracks that I went to.
Really?
It's like my second year doing it.
Coda didn't hit the top?
Coda's up there. I don't have enough track time at Coda, but yeah, Coda too, I guess. Watkins Glen just beats everything though, because I've done so many laps in real life and virtually at Coda at Watkins Glen. Just can't get enough of it.
What do you think is the most technical track you've been to?
Definitely Coda by miles and miles.
Coda's real technical.
Yeah. It was it took a full day for me to like figure out not being completely lost on the track. Which normally with my experience, I can figure that out within a couple of laps.
Yeah.
But yeah, Coda was crazy difficult. Second day was awesome, but first day I was a hot mess. Yeah.
And why is that? It's like a really long track, really technical track.
Yeah, it's like 20-something, 23 turns, 22 turns, and every single turn has super weird nuances. Like the guy who designed it, I don't know if he really likes drivers. He just wants to make them so frustrated.
He suffers.
So wacky. And you got to take a ride along when you were down there, also, right?
Yep.
Randy
Popes took me out. I pulled the birthday card on him.
Yeah.
It's my birthday.
It was awesome. He was a wizard. One hand driving sideways in a car he's never driven before. First lap out. So cool. And we were having a nice conversation.
Nice conversation about what's going on.
Yeah, basically.
What's going on. So he knew the track.
Yeah, for sure. It was crazy. That also helps a ton.
Yeah.
And with his experience, he's driven a million things.
So when's the next time you're coming up to drive?
I'm going to Monticello. That's going to be cool. But definitely Watkins Glen again in October.
Yeah. You are going to come up for Watkins?
Hell yeah. Can't miss it.
That's awesome.
And will you be doing track taxi services?
Of course.
How did it get that name?
Well, the GT4 is yellow, so makes sense. And I don't know where it came from.
How many rides do you think you gave at the July Watkins?
On that Saturday, I think I lost count, but it's probably around 20. It was nonstop.
Wow.
Like every single, minus D group.
Yeah.
Every single session.
And tons of smiles.
My face hurt.
That's my face.
And you too, right?
Yeah, your face hurt. I'm talking about the passengers.
So, yeah, they're smiling too.
That goes back to what we were talking about, right? Like those drivers giving ride-alongs are just as happy to do it.
It's awesome.
Probably even more happy to do it, right, than that person receiving the ride, which is
very
amazing.
Rewarding.
Super rewarding. It's a bit of an ego boost too. They're like, "Oh, you're crazy. That's the fastest I've ever been in a car."
Kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Kind of a big deal when you come back in.
Look out for the yellow, everyone. Get a ride along.
I'm thinking about getting a taxi badge.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I think we should just wrap the whole car.
That would be sick.
Wrap the whole car to look like a taxi.
Get the thing on top.
With the roof light.
Yeah.
Yeah, taxi roof light. You need that. So now you just got to talk your dad into it. Get him into wrapping that baby up.
We'll see.
That'd be cool. It'd be cool to have an HOD taxi.
So it would.
Have
Official.
Official, yeah. We could say official HOD taxi on down the side.
Yeah.
That'd be neat.
Cool.
Right, so I have a question.
Okay.
What is it like to be such a young coach and have a variety of ages that you're coaching? And I think you also coach Cody here, right? Tell us a little bit about that.
Cody was Cody scared the crap out of me actually the first time because he came in with a ton of skill and experience, and him being my first ever student, those first couple of laps in the passenger seat, I was like, oh, we're gonna die. But he was fine. It was just like I had to get those nerves out, and learn to trust students and my instruction,
Right.
and my instructing skills. But Cody was great, and
Yeah, and I was nervous too, right?
Yeah.
First time on track, never been
Yeah.
on a track before.
Mhm.
Same thing. In a Spec Miata, I ended up buying a Spec Miata as my first car to start with, and it was nice. I know I originally got paired. I think Ken was the CI at the time, and he put us together because he knew you were a Miata guy, I was a Miata guy, so it kind of transitioned good to you. And I do remember that. I remember the first couple laps of like you saying like, oh, let's make sure we break a little earlier, or let's warm up a little bit before we really get into this too much, and it was a good time. At the time, I didn't know I was your first student, right?
Yeah.
That's not something that we normally tell people.
No.
But yeah, it was a great time. I thought you coached me great for it, not even knowing that. And then in the future, obviously, you find that out, and it's like, okay, that's cool, And so, how was that? I mean, when you first got going into coaching, like what was those hurdles that you felt you had to, you said like getting your nerves as a coach figured out and stuff?
Luckily Ken was like really cool about starting me out in cars that I was used to, right? So the first couple of times, I would say the first season basically was like low horsepower cars, BRZs, Miatas, whatever else. And that helped me build my confidence because I know those platforms really well. But as my experience grew, I can just get thrown into anything now because it's just
Good to go now.
it's all just car control. It's pretty much the same thing, Learn how to brake. Vision is like number one. So,
What's your coaching style compared to others? Do you talk a lot? Do you sit in silence? Do you do hand signals? Like, what's your coaching style?
I definitely do hand signals. I don't like to overwhelm my students by talking the entire time because their brains are already on fire, right? They're already overwhelmed just by being there.
Sure.
So, yeah, brake hard, or brake. That's when I talk a lot.
That's when under brake.
Yeah, we really have to brake.
When it's time to slow this thing down. That's when we.
I keep things concise, so like 2 or 3 words here and there. A lot of like positive reinforcement, and then afterwards when we're sitting down, that's where I kind of like do the down low and be like, you need to work on this, and this.
Yeah.
That's where you do a data dump.
Yeah. And that's what makes us a little different, I think. So we put a lot more responsibility on our coaches than we do in the classroom.
Yep.
Right? Because I think that people daydream, pass out, do whatever in the classroom, right? It's boring. But when they have that adrenaline of coming off the track, and now you can sit with them for 15 minutes in the car still, and you're debriefing what happened. Where were we at, in this turn or this turn? I think that's when they really soak it in, right? When they're really alert and ready. And that's what's different, like I said, with us is we're giving that to the coaches, right? We don't want our classroom to be pumping tons of information. We want our coaches to be pumping tons of information. Do you feel that works?
100%. And I think like the relationship between the student and the instructor is a lot closer, right? Because we're just sending it out on the track together. So they're very much more willing to listen to the like direct experience that I was in the right seat. I know exactly what you're doing, what we need to work on. So that I like that a lot more than a long dragged out classroom, because when I first started, I would be in A group for a whole season doing 20 track days or whatever it was. I know the classroom by the end of the first weekend. So yeah,
and listening to it over and over and over again, it's just it gets you almost backtrack. You don't go forward, you almost come backwards. Because you're pretty much shutting that part of your brain off because you're tired of sitting there, right? But if you have that coach sitting in the car with you and going through what you did personally, it's different. Or what we've been doing now is what we call field trips. So we'll take the group, like a group B or anything, and just walk to a corner, everybody, and let's just watch a C group or a D group go through this corner And are they doing it the same as you? Are they doing it different than you, or faster, or
Right.
slower, or what?
Yeah.
And we can talk about all those differences, because the corner in a Miata might not be the corner in a Corvette, right?
Not at all.
Let's go to Lightning in New Jersey on the light bulb. The Miata line is completely different than a Camaro line,
100%.
right? So walking through those differences and showing people those differences, and now they understand that one line on a track may not necessarily be one line for everybody.
Yep.
Your line might be different than my line. And I think ingraining that in, and as a coach, right, you need to be able to know the differences.
Yeah, for sure. And that takes a lot of experience, right? And maybe some mistakes as an instructor, because when I first got into a higher horsepower car, the Miata line doesn't really work, right? A big heavy like CTSV or a Subaru or something like that, it's completely different. And you learn.
Right.
Yeah.
Pulls you through.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you feel that being a younger coach, you get pushback?
I used to, but I think that's more like a confidence thing. I have had some pushback before, but then I take the guy out on a ride along, and then he listens because he realizes the difference.
The difference in skill.
Yeah.
What was your perspective, right? Like you were older than him when he was your coach.
Yeah.
What were you feeling when you saw him, or when he was in the car with you?
Honestly, at that moment for me, I was so nervous just to be on track.
Yeah.
I didn't even really probably even notice him in the car.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I
true.
was so nervous and so worked up, and all my friends said I had to do it. I was there by myself.
Yeah.
I had nobody with me, and it was like get and go. I will say that in my head, I had the feeling of I was racing, right? And that's because I just didn't know the
Yeah.
difference.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I thought I was racing. Like, even when I showed up, I didn't know what HPDE was. I thought I was going to race the car.
Yeah.
We're going to race. Like, cool. Like, let's
We were-
do
we
it.
were moving
Push
like
it.
Like it's like I thought that was what we were doing.
Yeah.
And it was better when I found out that we weren't,
Yeah.
because that anxiety was gone.
Yeah.
Like, one, I don't like to fail. I don't like to lose. So I had all that weight on me thinking
Right.
I had to win this thing, right? Like, I have to win. Like, I'm going out not to be the worst. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
You
going to
won.
be the best. So it was, and when you realize that you don't have that you're literally just going out to have fun,
Yeah.
that weight's gone. And then that's the point where you can start taking feedback
Yeah.
and listening and that persona. So I think it's really important for our coaches first thing in the morning that they make sure they're telling their students that they realize we are not racing.
Yeah.
Okay. You can go and tell your friends, I don't care, all weekend long that you raced on the track. That's cool. You raced all weekend. Sweet. Happy for you. I think everybody does. But at the end of the day, we are not racing. We are going out, driving fast, and having fun.
Yep.
And I think when you grasp that is when you start learning.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why you have to progress through, in my opinion, you have to progress through DE to be a good racer.
100%.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, the Lemons races I've done, you can very much tell the difference between people who have never been on a racetrack and people who have like one or two track days on them.
Right.
It's a huge difference. Those guys are freaking out.
Yeah. Massively.
Yeah, they're super overwhelmed, especially a Lemons race with like 100-something cars on the track at the same time.
Yep.
By the way, you caught the fever more than any other student that I've ever had.
Really?
You know? I mean, I don't know any other students I've had that have bought HOD.
Bought the franchise.
Yeah.
Bought the franchise.
That must be a testament to you as a coach too, right? I mean,
Adam's a great coach.
yeah. I mean, I had you. I mean, you hopped in my car just at our July event, and I very quickly, as a student too, like, or just as having someone jump in your car, you very quickly see their style, right? You came in, and I like to use the word chill a lot, but I love that. I love a chill person on the right of me, and it's like what you said. You were quiet. You were encouraging. You were like, yes, like you got that. You're doing awesome. You're doing great. And then at the end, you were like, all right, you could probably improve your braking. Like, don't pull off, like, you know, like ease into it or out of it a little bit more. And that was what I needed, right? Yeah. It was great. And that's the kind of coaching or kind of person you want next to you. Yeah. So definitely a good style that you have.
I think what was also great too is not even on the track, right? The coaching was good and that's great, but what was cool is I showed up knowing nobody, didn't know what I was doing at all, found this group because a friend of mine knew Mike and Mona from years ago and go try this, you know, didn't even know the differences between the DE groups, but after it was, hey, don't leave, like don't just run to your hotel room, come over, like we're hanging out, like let's sit around the truck, you know, let's have a little fire, so it was more than just on the track, it was off the track, right? It was rewarding to know, like, hey, you did a good job today, come pull up a lawn chair, we're just hanging out, listening to music and chilling out, and that's like the moment, right? You're like, okay, my anxiety's gone through the track day, and now it's not like just go home and sit in a hotel room. That's like, wow, this is kind of like a little family, you know, like, all right, I'll hang out for a little bit, and next thing you know, it's where are you guys going next? Yep, I'll be there, and you progress and grow, and it was, so it's not just the on track coaching, it's what happens off. Too.
We were hanging out, like we were fast friends right away.
Texted each other, and you know, a month later we're playing Xbox. Like it's just, you know, it was
doing
just,
a podcast now, right?
And now I got you here doing a podcast. Like it just, that progression throughout is, and it goes for all of our coaches. I see all of our coaches doing that. Make sure you bring your car over and park with me. Make sure that you catch me, you know, it's you don't have to run off. It's not like you're an annoyance. Like come hang out. Like it's cool, and that's what the coach is there for.
It is.
He's there to make you feel comfortable.
I'm friends with all my past coaches, and I know their families now and their kids, and it's awesome. It's just like you inherit this family, and you become fully immersed in this environment. Like Friday night, we ended up at a fire pit with your brother and his kids, and it's like you're constantly meeting awesome people. It's one of the best parts about it.
100%. Yeah. Big old hang. Love it.
So, new person come in, what do you tell them to make sure they come?
To the track?
Yep.
It's going to be, you're going to learn a lot. You're going to have a massive amount of fun. And you're going to be you're just going to be a better driver. But it's going to be the best time of your life. That's pretty much it.
What about like advice for, like, say someone like me, right, who's kind of climbing the ranks, right? What's your advice for someone who maybe someday wants to become a coach too?
Keep at it. Just, you know, seat time. Definitely, like, as you progress, one of the things that helped me a lot was still getting ride-alongs and, like, getting right seat instruction from friends and instructors and whatever it is. So just as much seat time as you can have, whether it's passenger or driver's seat, do it.
Awesome.
And that's it.
Great. Sounds good.
Cool. Well, thanks, man. We appreciate you coming up. We know it's a long ways, Florida.
Of course.
Coming up and hanging out with us and having a good time. We're excited to see where you go next.
That's so worth it coming up here.
Hopefully we'll see you maybe racing soon.
You gonna sponsor
me? Going wheel to wheel.
Sponsored by HPDE.
Maybe we can get you in. Me and Sam have a Lemons car. Maybe we can have you come up and do a Lemons race.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Awesome.
Well, thanks for coming up. We appreciate it.
No problem.
It was good talking to you.
Yeah. I'll see you guys around.
See you, buddy.